Anyways, let's jump into the game with the Hexaghost. There have been a few numerical adjustments and like a few card changes, but not too many. Random rare card, random common relic, 250 souls for a curse. These are all pretty tempting. Am I seeing this correctly? Hi Michael, welcome. This entire map has one elite on it. I am on Ascension 4, so the Ascension 1 Elite Spawn more often effect should be active. Well, I guess we're gonna go for the one elite then. Boss is gonna be the Silent. I don't remember off the top of my head. What the Act 1 Silent gimmick is, but it's probably nothing too major. Oh, it's the zero cost thing, right? Hi Skeef, welcome. Enjoyed the recent Guardian run? Glad to hear it. Definitely was an interesting one with the change mechanics and a very close one. That's for sure. We could just grab 250 gold, go for this early merchant to remove our curse. I kind of want to get some question marks as well. These are usually quite solid. Late merchant perhaps. Take this path. 3 early fights to get some cards. Then a couple of question marks. That means I probably don't want the curse if I'm going to the merchant that late. I'm gonna go with the common relic. Ooh, tiny chest. Now I really want to go to question mark spaces. Because every 4th of them will be a treasure room. Thanks to this relic we just picked up. As usual, we upgrade float early, unless we wanna recall here. We can... yeah, that's actually probably a good idea. Get the additional 1 strength before the merchant fight. Helps us push out a bit more damage, perhaps. We'll see. Seal the backliner, strike the frontliner. We're not gonna be weakened next turn, but we will be fragile. Let's advance. Double defend. Nice. That went well. Entropic Brew. Fill all your empty potion slots with random potions. Happy to have this early on. Nice power boost. Nightmare Vision, Dynamic Blow, and Fast Forward. Dynamic Blow is just high numbers, so that might be good. We don't really have a use for Nightmare Vision right now, but it could be a key piece later on. And Fast Forward is good. Helps us ignite Ghost Flames. I'm gonna go with the Dynamic Blow just to have some damage output early on. Misordered that. could have played the skill after igniting, after advancing, rather. It's another 15 soul burn, so the cultist will die now. We need to play this, otherwise we take damage to it. Burning Touch for more soul burn. Thermal Transfer for some block if the enemy has soul burn. Stoke the Fire for some upgrades. I don't think I ever used Stoke the Fire in any meaningful capacity. It's definitely good early on. Let's try it out. Let's see how significant that is. No, that's not a permanent upgrade. It's only for the combat, right? At least I would assume so. Anything else would be pretty crazy. Didn't that used to be 6 block? Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Or it might have been nerfed. One or the other. Defense Stoke the Fire will block for us. We advance anyway, and then Dynamic Blow. And we should be able to find a kill here. Fast forward, Hexaghost Shield of Night. I like Hexaghost a lot. It's generally a pretty good card. And it helps me with defense. Ominous Forge. Let's take a Pain for the Warp Tonks. At the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of the combat. It seems nice. Yeah, as you can see, the Stoke the Fire doesn't upgrade the cards permanently. Oh, it was 6? It used to be 6 block, the Spirit Brand? Okay. That means I'm remembering things correctly. Hooray. Strike Dynamic Blow. Let's advance and then Seer. Hexaghost is full defense for us, even if we don't play it. But if we do play it, we ignite the Ghost Flame. Pain. Fine. I'm not gonna deal 12 then. Pain again, huh? I guess we have to be happy with the soul burn damage we dealt. Because that's all we're gonna do this fight. Firestarter, 5 damage, apply 5 soul burn, we have incineration, backtrack smack. Don't really have a plan right now. That's 12 damage, 12 soul burn at the moment. For 2 cost. That's reasonable. I'm gonna take that. Just as another high damage card. Cheap First Seal for some healing. Recycler, we can't afford it. But it would be interesting. The first time an ethereal card is exhausted each combat, add a copy to your hand that costs 0 until played. There's also Kindling, start each combat with 1 intensity. Would love to pick that up. Well, we get rid of the pain and I think we move on. I feel like we don't even want to buy the first seal here. Singing Bowl. When adding cards into your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. Nice. We just defend Seer. And then the enemy dies to Soulburn. Here and now, if you start and end your turn with the same Ghost Flame active, gain 2 strength. Is that what we wanna build around? We don't have any advance or retract stuff right now. Although some retract could be nice. Yeah, let's try to build around here and now. Upgrades to become 1 cost. We can't afford to break the ruby right now, which is a bit sad. Let's upgrade the here and now. I want to be able to play that out relatively effortlessly if possible. If you start and end your turn with the same Ghost Flame active. I wonder if this counts? No, because we advance at the end of the turn. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Huh. How are we gonna utilize that then? We need a bit of support for that. Because right now we are advancing through the Hexa wheel constantly. So we're not gaining the strength. Oops. That here should have been another strike instead, because the Ghost Flame is not gonna... Soul Flame is not gonna blow up. Step through doesn't work. Spectre's Whale or max HP here. I don't think we want Heat Shield. Incineration can be used as a multi-hit carrying our strength pretty well. So that can stay definitely. Spectre's Whale is also not bad with strength, but as far as I'm aware, it only benefits from strength if you actually play it. If you activate it with Afterlife, I don't think the strength gets added to it. Which might or might not be intended, I'm not sure. I've noticed that with Hexaghost and Dexterity, especially. I'm gonna skip here. Take the max HP. There's another here and now, but we can't pick it right now because it's too expensive. Soul of Chaos. The second Searing Ghost Flame. So that's the third Ghost Flame in an order. Becomes a Mayhem Ghost Flame. Mayhem Ghost Flame activates when you end your turn while it is active. End your turn while it is active. Interesting. Ignition. Play the top card of your draw pile. Wow. That's a very interesting relic. But I feel like we just skip here. Upgraded the Hexaghost. We're just gonna burn out. Oh well. That's a lot of incoming damage. What can we do? We can incinerate the frontliner and defend. And then float to gain another 5 block. Oh, it's random enemy, right? We can't even do that reliably. That makes things easier. Time of Need. A random power card into your hand. It costs 0 until played. There's also speedrunning and another Hexaghost. Speedrunning doesn't make sense in a deck with Here and Now. Time of Need on the other hand. What are the powers of Hexaghost? We have the one that gives you intensity every turn. The one that just gives you intensity when you play it. There's speedrunning, there's Here and Now. I think there's one for backtrack, giving you energy and draw. So I mean the retreat option, I think. Retreat gives you draw and energy. A lot of them do care about you moving around. I think there's also one for playing ethereal cards, dealing damage to the enemy. And I think there's one that that applies Soulburn on attacks, one that applies it on start of turn. I think there are quite a few that aren't that great for what we are currently building. So I'm not gonna take Time of Need, I'm gonna go with Hexaghost here. It's just a very reliable and powerful card that we will almost never be sad to have in our deck. Incineration is a large and significant upgrade here. If we want to keep Float in the deck at all, Float is actually really good because retracting can help stay in the Ghost Flame that we started on. Sometimes. That's actually a bit difficult to get to a situation where it works that way. We're already fully defended with the other Hexaghost. Incineration. This enemy can be hit once. So 3 hits will be on the other 2 at least. There are a few issues with that. So I'm not gonna incinerate here. I think I killed the wrong target there, but I'm not certain. Gambler's Brew, definitely want that. Fast Forward, Burning Touch, Heat Crush, I think we skip 4 HP. It's the Sentinel, Sentries. What do we do against those? I think we did Dynamic Blow first for the immediate damage, because otherwise we would hit the artifact. With the Soul Burn. 20 Soul Burn would be nice, but Wasting it against the artifact, not so much. Full block this turn. Let's go with Stoke. Then play Hexaghost. I'm also gonna float. We drew another Dazed, which is nice. I'm gonna stay here so we gain 2 strength. The good thing about here and now is we don't have to trigger it that often for it to be good. I didn't manage to get the kill off on either of them. So we're gonna take some damage here. But it's just 12. We can deal with that. If I play another attack, I ignite the Ghost Flame, which means I am gonna leave this. The Ghost Flame I'm currently on. We can just sear that guy. That's all that's necessary to kill that one, and then we focus on the front enemy. No strength this turn, but we already gained 4 strength from a 1-cost power, so that was already very much worth it. And once we're in the bolstering Ghost Flame, there's very little risk of us accidentally leaving it. So that's not a bad place to be for us. Taking another 2 damage now, but we definitely have the kill. Bottle Lightning. Huh. Ghost Shield, Shield of Night again. Again helps us not advance. Becomes 0 cost on upgrade. I like it. Ooh, do we want to start with a skill in our opening hand? Float. That can often be used on the first turn. Incineration Strike, then we have 12 block. And if Incineration hits the backline or once, or one of these guys twice, then we do have the kill against them. We do want to advance. It's nice we take no damage this first turn, which is certainly not always guaranteed against these enemies. That's a lot of incoming damage this turn though. Defense here for the ignition we don't need here and now in this fight. Incoming is 14. Hexaghost will have our defense covered. So I'm just gonna start working on these more damaging slimes. The spiked ones. Let's stoke the fire to upgrade the dynamic. No, it's still not enough damage. And let's use it for soul burn here. Should have gone on the backliner perhaps? Doesn't matter. Right? Nice. That was a pretty good fight. I mean, unlimited power is, as its name says, very powerful, but probably not the right thing for this deck. Although it is a way to ignite Ghost Flames while staying in the same place for here and now. But it's very hard to actually cast, so I am gonna skip. And onwards against the Silent. Yeah, float, we might actually want to burn it out this fight. Wanna keep this in the deck. Till a later point. Float isn't that great against this enemy, because they have time to die. Whenever you play a 0-cost card, if the Silent has less than 7 cards in hand, she gains a Shiv. And she also has Shuriken, so when we give her too many Shivs, she will gain strength from that. I do want to advance at the moment. We don't have Here and Now online. Blade Dance. 4 shifts for 4 damage each. That means I'm gonna advance again. Get the block from igniting. Enemy gained 1 strength. Infinite Blades. Things are gonna get a bit scarier now. Again, isn't bad. But it does ignite the Ghost Flame, so we move next turn. But that might be okay. It's also 9 block and a strength. And it empowers the dynamic blow as well. Let's keep the upgraded Hexaghost around. Incoming damage is 6. But we do now have some strength. Let's do it again. Stay here even longer. And this is now big damage. Well, decent damage at least. Whoa, this turn will be rough. That's 6 times 3 is 18, then Shuriken triggers, then another 7 times 2, that's 32 damage incoming this turn. We have 47 soul burn on the enemy, so we are doing good damage this turn. But I kinda wanna defend. I'm also gonna look for some more power. That will do. That was a lot of power. And means we will probably be able to finish the fight now. There we go. Infernal form. At the start of your turn, gain an intensity. Not what we want. Time warp. Whenever you advance or retract, return this from the discard pile to your hand. Good thing about this. Nice strength scaling. Because it's a 0 cost that keeps coming back. Benefits from strength. Crush deals 5 damage twice. Also above average strength scaling. Replaces the Ghost Flame with a crushing one. Which is generally one of the better ones, but it's not particularly important. I might just pick this as an exhausting twin strike here. That seems not that amazing. No, we don't have that many multi-attacks. Not that easy access to them. So having a 1 cost double hit can be pretty decent for this character. Can no longer obtain potions. I think that also includes the Entropic Brew. That's a bit sad. Coffee Dripper. That's dangerous. I would be much more okay with Coffee Dripper if I had the first seal that heals 7 HP at the end of combat. Tiny Bowler Hat. Study the Spire card to your hand, it costs 0. That's a lot of power in short fights at the very least. And oftentimes it can give us some scaling, like a little bit of strength or dex, or some block each turn. Slow on the enemy. No energy though. But I'm okay with that. These energy options... there is a problem with them. The elite number looks pretty normal this time around. Do we want to go for an early merchant? We have a bit of gold to spend. Could go to either of these merchants. Probably the right one actually. And then go elite hunting. 3 question marks or and maybe a shop if we want at the end. Or 2 question marks and the rest is also an option. That path seems pretty solid. I want to keep my money until after the shop. Again, definitely requires the upgrade here. Being 0 cost is very good. Let's study. We have double Hexaghost, so we will be defended no matter what. Let's float. Actually, I'm gonna retract that again. To trigger the Inferno Ghost Flame to gain in intensity. And then land up on the Searing Ghost Flame again. Which I'm totally okay with. Just saving that Hexaghost for a potential second cycle. Last stand, remove all debuffs, gain a strength. If below half HP, gain 2 strength. Receive 50% less attack damage, cancelled if dealt attack damage 2 times in 1 turn. Yeah, that's not attack damage anymore. I missed my chance. Should have played the dynamic blow first. Wait, that's not the one that deals damage to you when it exhausts. For some reason I was thinking that's what it would do, but nope. I could stoke the fire here. Block for 13, we would take 5. Could put that one on the ground, we would take 1 instead. Should have gained the strength first, of course. But for some reason I was still thinking about playing the Stoke the Fire and upgrading it. Upgrading the Last Stand, I mean. Seer actually kills this enemy. So we only have to deal with the other 2. That gives us a nice chunk of defense. And then we can kill the backliner because we can't put the frontliner on the ground, sadly. So we take another 2 here, that's fine. We can still rest. Nice. Fairy in a bottle. When you would die, heal to 30% of your max HP instead and discard this potion. That's a good potion. But we might carry that around for a while. Choose an attack or skill to exhaust a random card of the opposite type into your hand. Probably not. Gonna move on with some extra max HP. If we crush first, then sear and float, we can ignite their ghost flame. Could have struck first to ignite one more ghost flame there. Dark Void will give us a strength later on, when the enemy is not attacking. Hexaghost will defend us here. Caw is a bit late for that, but I'm gonna take it. Here and now, and then Incineration. And also an again. Just for some more soul burn. Gain 3 strength now. Thanks to the Caw and the here and now. This Caw is entirely useless, because it's never gonna trigger. We're not dealing a ton of damage to this merchant. Maybe we have to use some more potions or something like that. 6th seal. Is it time to start collecting seals? Yeah, kinda wanna try. Orange pellets. No, I don't think that's really what we want. Definitely not Devil's Dance. Blood Vial. I would gladly take the Blood Vial if I went for the Coffee Dripper. Otherwise, the 2 HP is just not enough to really matter all that much. Is that correct? Do I care about 2 HP? We are gonna get the first seal relatively soon though. Think I'm not even gonna buy a card removal. I'm gonna keep the money and break the keys. Let's get our chest. Molten Egg. Whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. Great pickup for us. I could trade my tiny chest to hire the bandits. They help us against the Act 3 boss. We probably... yeah, we are gonna trigger the tiny chest again, most likely. Nope, sorry. Let's study. I'm also gonna float, see what I draw. Incineration. That means I probably wanna stay here. And trigger the Searing Ghost Flame. Time Ripple. Now that's a powerful card here. Nice. Red Mask. At the start of each combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Distill Chaos. Play the top 3 cards of your draw pile. Like it. Rain of Embers. Power from Beyond. Gain an energy and draw a card next turn. Why would we want that? I think it's skip. I forgot to play the 6th seal. Definitely break the keys here. Gain 1 strength, gain 1 dex. Incineration needs an upgrade. There have been a few updates to the Hexaghost since Reps started playing it. But these are not like huge overhauls, like some of the characters I played recently. These have been mostly small number changes, and I think 1 or 2 cards have changed functions. So, definitely some changes, but not that many. Shuriken. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a strength. That's really good. Why did I go to the right here? I usually plan... at the start I planned to go to the left, but I guess that's no longer the case. Oh, we can speed up our seal acquisition. I'm happy with paying 8 gold for the second seal. 8 souls, I mean. But maybe I should have taken the first one. But this one is very cheap to get, so... Colosseum event. Captive hero, or... I want a captive hero. That's just more fun. Watcher. This is Act 1 Watcher. Unbridled Rage. When Watcher is reduced to 50% HP, she enters Wrath permanently. Watcher's Wrath increases damage dealt and received by 50% instead of 100%. Okay. Let's draw with Hexaghost and then strike, and float to advance. Automa Beam. At the start of your next turn, lose an energy, but it's 35 damage right away. I think what we do here is set up the second seal, double defend, then again, and finish with an Automa Beam. De-energized. That sucks, but I think the damage is worth it. Orb support, 18 damage, 18 block, yes please. We lose the 6th seal here. That's no fun. But at least the enemy is not attacking this turn. They are playing fasting. So they lose an energy each turn. No, they don't, because Panacea. They gain artifact first. That's pretty good for them. Sands of Time Hall. They are in Wrath now. Uh-oh. Can I finish this fight quickly? Flail is definitely helpful. I'm a bit short right now. The Hexaghost is gonna play itself. $34. Most of my cards left in the deck are defense and strikes, so still chaos is probably not gonna be that useful. More Soulburn is probably not gonna be very useful either. I'm gonna try the chaos. We hit the crush, nice. Prayer Wheel. Normal enemies drop an additional card reward and ladder opener every time you play 3 skills in a single turn. Deal 5 damage to all enemies. Advancing Guard, Bright Ritual and Searing Strike. Considering that we are not gonna hit the Infernal Ghost Flame very often, Bright Ritual might be a good use to get value out of our already ignited Ghost Flames. That seems reasonable to me. And we get another relic. Thread and Needle. Start each combat with 4 plated armor. Love it. Bright Ritual upgrades to be 0 cost. That's definitely relevant, but not immediately important. I think I want to go with Crush. That's 6 extra damage. Sure, it has exhaust, it only triggers once. And it's a significant amount. Oh, we upgraded the Study the Spire card. With our Warp Tongs, that's nice. Let's float and see what we draw. Incineration for the damage, then defend, and again to ignite the Ghost Flame twice. Charge up. On your next turn, gain 31 block and 2 strength. That's a lot of block. Refresh this Ghost Flame. Not gonna use it right now, but definitely play the 6th seal. Charge up again for some more strength and block next turn. We still have the 2nd seal in the deck, so I'm gonna draw into that. Oops! Never mind. Add a seal to your deck. 5th seal, please. 3rd seal. We might be getting this together pretty quickly. Ghost Flame Wall. Do we need more defense? Well, with the seals in the deck, we need some stall potential. Ghost Flame Wall isn't just stall, it's also some damage, but it's pretty efficient block. I'm gonna take it. And a Book of Stabbing. Study the Spire, definitely. Kinda want the 3rd seal to get played here. We do have these Hexaghosts. Do want to set up here and now and then mostly defend. Actually, I'm gonna Atoma Beam to ignite, then again to ignite again and stay here. And Ghost Flame Wall for defense. That's also gonna apply quite a bit of soul burn to the enemy. Once again, we draw the 6th seal when we are de-energized from the Atoma Beam. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's replace this Ghost Flame and then ignite again. I thought I had one more energy. Let's see what we can do with another attack. That's some block at least. Huh. Fine. If we defend Bright Ritual, will we get 2 energy back? I think so. And then the enemy dies to Soul Burn and we get the upgrade. We also get Honklead at the start of your 2nd turn, gain 14 block, and an attack potion. And 2 card rewards. No. We don't want another 5th or 6th seal. Incorporeal. Lose 3 HP, gain intangible and retract. That's... yeah. The retract is a bit hard to work with, but having an intangible for just 3 HP might be very much worth it. I'm gonna retract to the Inferno Ghost Flame, so the 5th and 2nd seal trigger a Ghost Flame. So I get some block this turn. So I don't only take 1 damage. Thank you for linking that, Robo Wizard. Much appreciated. That's the Downfall Discord, where you can get the beta if you're into that, or just see the updates. What do we do here? Incoming is a lot of damage. We could just go intangible this turn. I think we want to play out these powers. I think we want to strike. Sure, I'll ignite. Might as well upgrade that defend and then... Well, we have 20... We have enough block, we don't need the incorporeal. It's not like it's ethereal or anything. We can save that for a later time. Kinda wanna play the 6th seal. That's 20 damage we take from that though. 16, we have plated armor. Attack potion is unlikely to help us reduce that damage, but it might. 14 damage and 13 soul burn. Or heat crush, 25 damage. Backtrack smack. I'm gonna go with Backtrack Smack and ignite the Infernal Ghost Flame again. That's 5 defense right there. Chunk of damage and an intensity again. It's a bit late for a Kakor, but it's still useful. And then... I think we just block. Yeah, we gain strength, we block. Eventually we need to start doing some damage, but we have time. This enemy is not scaling at all. We can take it slow. And I think here is where we go for the kill. Add a card to your deck, add a seal to your deck, add another 2 cards to your deck. We have 4th, 3rd and 5th. We don't have the 4th yet. Haunted Hand. Don't think we want these. Nightmare Vision. Nightmare Vision could help a lot with playing out the seals. After that, what else? Incorporeal is not ethereal. The only ethereal card after that, well, Dynamic Blow and Float. Force Ignite a previous Ghost Flame could be useful in some situations. Depends on where we stop, but it's probably not going to be huge for us. Becomes 0 cost on upgrade. If it were upgraded, I would probably take it. It feels rough to take draw right now. But I'm gonna do it. Let's take nothing here. Pick up the Nightmare Vision. That's a lot better with the Haunted Hand. Because that one is always gonna be exhausted, even when we play it. Then we take the 4th seal. I'm a bit worried with these seals against the next boss. What do we do here? Is it once again we retract so we can actually play out these seals and still get the Ghost Flame Ignition for some defense? I'm really glad we have Horncleat and Threatened Needle. These are very useful at the moment. Orb Support Crush is an ignition, even though it changes our Ghost Flame immediately after that. Sixth seal is still left in the deck. So I probably could get the kill right now. Strike, Atomic Beam. Yeah, easily with the again. Maybe I set up the kill instead. So the enemy dies to Soulburn, but I still have... No! The Atomic Beam. Well, I forgot about that. Regen Potion? Nice. That's very good. Catch up, skip a beat, Nightmare Strike? Probably not. I don't think I want the Spectre's Wail. The others are not that exciting either. Yeah, it's just max HP. Every time. Ah yeah, the bronze orbs. The defect hijacked. Definitely want to study the Spire. We don't have energy at the moment. I mean, cards that cost energy. We do have energy. It's not a problem. I'm gonna just ignite the Inferno Ghost Flame with the again. Gain an intensity very early on. Alright. The defect gains artifact at the start of each turn. If they have no artifact. We are well defended here, that's not a problem. Crush got taken and the 5th seal. So we want to kill this orb when we can also play the 5th seal at the same time. Fine. Don't think I want to Atomic Beam right now. It's still 0 cost until I play it. Can play it at a later time. That was a good turn to get the that seal out. The 6th. Incoming is 22, 30, 38. If we can kill this orb, which doesn't look like we can. 15, 25, plus another 7. No, that's actually enough. And we could play the 5th seal, but we don't have energy if we have to spend that many resources on it. No point in attacking the construct this turn with 66 block, we're not gonna get through. So I think we set this orb up for a kill. Play the 2nd seal as well. And then just defend. Flail seems like a good way of getting the kill on this orb right now. Hexaghost has our defense, so we can play the 5th seal. And the 3rd seal? Does that even matter? It's an additional rare card reward. That does matter. We're not very good at igniting ghost flames at all. Hyper beam. That's a big hit. Flaw though. Transforms the defend and the decay to random statuses. Defend Bright Ritual. His ghost flames should be extinguished now. Could ignite it again. Get back a Hexaghost. That's actually really good. In Dynamic Blow, I'm just getting back because I don't need Haunted Hand. Just wanted the Hexaghost there. If we float to retract, and then we ignite this Ghost Flame, we will end up back where we started, so we can finally start gaining strength. That doesn't work if we play Crush this turn though. Yeah, I'm not gonna play Crush then. Can play that later. When we also have more strength. This might be a good turn for Incorporeal. We have 15 block. Yeah, feels like it's gotta be Incorporeal this turn. Let's upgrade the Final Defend in our hand. Right, we retract with that, I forgot. That means it's worth playing the Defend and the Again. Didn't gain the strength from the Here and Now this turn, but that's fine. Let's see where we float. That's actually good, because that means we can keep abusing the Here and Now. Incoming is 33. Guess we burn the Hexaghost then. These claws are starting to get serious. I only have 5 strength at the moment. Incoming is 38. Maybe we just have to take a huge hit eventually anyways. Incineration, I probably should play it. It's good damage. We still have the Fairy in a bottle, which we might have to use against this Hyper Beam. Float to retract. Then Crush, changing this Ghost Flame. We can actually do quite well here. Gain another 2 strength and probably finish the fight soon. Stoke the Fire Defend is 18-23 block, so we would survive the Claw and the Swift Strike would trigger the Fairy. That leaves us with a few more HP. And now we incinerate them. Nice! That was a tough fight. Stoke the Fire got upgraded. Get a Blessing of the Forge. We finally find the first seal, which is the last seal we're still missing. Wildfire weapon, gifts from beyond. Whenever a ethereal card is exhausted, gain an energy next turn. Oof. Huh. That's not bad. Upgrades to also give us a card draw. I'll take it. I don't want a second one though. Turn it up. I kinda want Unleash Spirits? No, right? We need more multi-hits, I think. Attacks in general, we need more attacks. We only have Crush, Dynamic Blow and our Space Strikes. But these seals will soon be out of the deck, I hope. So that's gonna help a bit. I'm gonna take an Unleash Spirits. Philosopher's Stone, Runic Dome or Snecko Eye. Let's go with Philosopher's Stone. I'm not confident enough in Runic Dome with this deck. We do react quite a bit to what the enemies are doing. Runic Dome is at its best if you have a very linear game plan that doesn't care much about what the enemies are doing. Left path is the most elite, but I kinda want a merchant instead. We have a lot of gold. Can we gain another tiny chest trigger? Yeah, pretty easily, especially if we take this route. That means we go for this merchant, or maybe this one. Anyway, we start on the right. And then we see from there. Gift from Beyond, drawing extra cards. Haunted Hand, drawing extra cards. Bright Ritual might not belong in this deck. Let's upgrade Gift from Beyond. That's a big change. Let's study the Spire. Let's use Here and Now as well. We started on this Ghost Flame. So if we trigger the Inferno Ghost Flame this turn, that will work for us. I accidentally advanced instead of retracting, but that's fine. Doesn't matter too much. Core plus Ghost Flame Wall. We have one exhausted ethereal card, so this is 16 damage. Yeah. Good enough. Doesn't need to be a ton of damage in this fight, because this fight is gonna be over pretty soon anyways. This is 24 damage plus another... plus another 4 soul burn. So another 24 damage, that's fine. The enemy does survive that. So we can still play our seals and gain some defense. Enemy is almost dead. We are taking a few points of damage here. But we're gonna heal it with the first seal anyways. So I'm gonna wait. Gonna hold out. Play some more seals. I don't need to play the 6th seal necessarily. I don't have to break my seals right now. I'm gonna Haunted Hand here. I could break the seals right now though. And it's... yeah, I lose an upgrade, I don't even lose the healing because the broken seal heals me to full. I mostly lose the card upgrade, but that's fine. There we go, our 6 seal. Combine to give us the broken seal. Upon pickup, heal all of your HP, then raise your max HP by 10. Start each combat with 2 strength, 2 dex, and 2 intensity. So that's a very good payoff. Especially on... oh, we still get the extra card rewards. But we didn't get the upgrade, right? I don't think we want to get into seals anymore. Ghost Slash seems reasonable. Especially if we have 2 of them. Will you get more seals in the future? I'm not gonna go into seals again. If you break them a second time, I think you don't get the broken seal again. You can't usually get the same relic twice. I don't think there's an exception in the broken seal. I need some attacks. These are double hits if we have ethereal cards. And we start to build around a little bit around ethereal, so that might be a good thing. As you head upwards, hopping from one floating shape to another, you slip. You begin to fall. But we are a floating ghost. That doesn't matter to us. We lose nothing. Usually you would lose a card there, which can be a benefit but can also be a downside. The Hexaghost, however, is immune to that event. For good or for worse. Let's advance. Yeah, it's definitely a nice flavor to it. That way. Time Ripple, we are well defended this turn, so it's not a bad turn to hit this Spiker. I can get another hit in. Next hit would actually make me take damage, which I don't want, if I can avoid it. And with a card like Manipulate Time, I easily can. How does our deck look now that we have broken the seal? It's reasonable. We have a couple attacks, a couple defensive cards. Stoke the Fire and 2 Hexaghosts, as well as a Ghost Flame Wall. It's a decent amount of defensive cards. Incorporeal, we need to count that as well. I think the balance is pretty good, so I'm fine with skipping these. And these as well. Nightmare Strike does have synergy with Unleash Spirits and to some degree with Ghost Lash. So it wouldn't be awful to pick it. It's also just good damage. 18 damage on a 1 cost. With Exhaust though. But 2 max HP. 2 max HP is a good argument for a skip. We could go that way. Gaining us an extra rest, which I don't really care about. We have enough upgrades. Our deck is mostly upgraded already. Is anything here ethereal? The floaties. Do nothing. And put up a Ghost Flame Wall. defensive stance. That's a good timing. We're fully defended already. Let's haunt the hand. Do I want this? I want the soul burn, yes, right? That's just more damage. And then finish with a strike. We're not gonna gain here and now strength for this turn. Probably not this turn either, but we'll have to see about that. Face slap, very nice. Removes 9 block and makes them vulnerable. With the again, we can pretty easily trigger the strength gain. We have only one card with Ethereal Exhausted yet, but this is still 30 damage and we don't spend our energy otherwise. Apparently we have 4. Oh, these gain Ethereal from the Haunted Hand. Oh, and the Gift from Beyond is also there. Okay, that was actually really good, because we now get the kill. Nice. I'm happy with how this deck is progressing. I want another here and now. We might not always have an easy time activating it, but it's really worth if you just activate it once or twice. What do we want here? It feels like we don't really need Pantograph. We're not taking a lot of damage. We have a huge amount of max HP. So we should generally be fine in terms of health in the boss fight. Violence is good draw, if that's what we're interested in. I don't think we want Devil's Dance. Another Haunted Hand would probably work quite well in this deck. I don't think we want any of these 3. Probably start to remove some of these base cards, starting with the Strike. I am gonna take Ornamental Fan. It's not a huge amount of block, but we'll get it pretty regularly. And I'll take the Haunted Hand. And we'll save 400 gold for another shop later on. Gain a Potion Relic and 3 potions by fighting the Potion Lady. That seems good. Study the Spire. We need to think about when to play here and now. Strike Incineration. Then Float to advance. And then here and now could trigger. I'm not sure if it counts when you play the power or if it looks back to the start of your turn. It seems to look back at the start of your turn. That does make sense, I guess. Ghost Slash into Dynamic Blow. Guardian Whirl, that's good damage. I'm not gonna use this fight, so I'm gonna use it to ignite here. And this for the 5 damage. I know we should be able to win this turn. Ecto Cooler. Toy Ornithopter is our relic. Whenever you use a potion, heal 5 HP. Ecto Cooler is actually very reasonable here. We definitely don't want Blessing of the Forge. Our deck is mostly upgraded anyway, so I'm gonna take the Energy Potion instead. Another Ghost Slash. That's a really good damage card, honestly. That's just 22 damage. Benefits from Strength twice. Do we need more damage? Our damage is pretty reasonable, but once we lose Unleash Spirits, or if we ever lose any of the Ghost Slashes, because they are ethereal. We do have Nightmare Visions to bring them back once. But in longer fights, it might be necessary to have a bit more. Have a few more of these. Calipos. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. I do want to visit Niao. So we can't wait for the tiny chest to give us the key, because there's no more rest site that late in the act. It's a bit too late for Toxic Egg. I don't think we need Medical Kit. Which boss are we up against? The Ironclad? I don't think there's any Act 3 boss actually that adds statuses into your deck. Unleash Spirit again? That's tempting. That's a really good damage card for us. And we remove, and I think we save the money. Yes. Seems good. I want to go for question marks now over rests, because we barely have anything to upgrade. I guess the Haunted Hands. They will be good upgrades. Let's Haunt. And Nightmare Vision being ethereal is a bit annoying. Let's advance. Go Slash, nice. We have a lot of ethereal cards this time around. Oh, we didn't get the Bright Ritual back. Huh. So Nightmare Vision doesn't count ethereal added by Haunted Hand, but Unleash Spirit does? That's weird. 2 ethereal cards from your exhaust pile. Repeat for each ethereal card in your exhaust pile. They should work the same way. Did you skip your rest where you wanted to break? I did. I thought there was a rest on this path as well, but nope. That sucks. I really wanted to go to Niao because I wanted to do another Niao fight, but I just messed up. Yeah, it might be a bug that Nightmare Vision can get back cards that got ethereal added to them. Going to the 4th act is so hard with the downfall characters. So easy to miss out on it. To random enemy, that's gonna wreck them. Another Nightmare Vision? No. Another Crush? Ghost Shield? Yeah, I'll take a Ghost Shield. More bank. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 souls. No longer works when you spend any souls at the shop. Some reason I get the feeling that wasn't particularly well solved by me that turn. Any debuffs we want to cleanse? Not really. defensive stance. That's nice. Let's incinerate, then Bright Ritual. Let's crush Ghost Flame, and then again. Oh, we're gonna take 3 damage here. Guess that's acceptable. No damage in this hand. Gonna do another Inferno. There we go. Stone Calendar at the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. And a Swift Potion. I'm fine. Nope. None of these. Fight yourself, obtain a rare relic. Okay. Nice. Good start so far. Let's do nothing, then Bright Ritual. Here and now we're still where we started and gain a strength from the Shuriken. 60 damage. Let's see what Haunted Hand can give us. We don't have a lot of defensive options here. Let's draw more. Oh, was that one not upgraded? It was upgraded. Why didn't it give us both Haunted Hands? That's super weird then. We don't have much defense at all. Three ethereal card in the exhaust pile, so this is gonna be 44. Echo form. That's nice and all, but I want the block. Don't want to take too much damage here. Taking 8, that's fine. From this point onward, I don't foresee much trouble at all. Dueling Glove. After using a single target attack, if the target has no vulnerable, apply one vulnerable. That's very nice. We don't have vulnerable at all. And Distill Chaos is a nice potion. Study the Spire. We don't have any offensive options here. Gonna float and see where we end. Guess that means we want to be in the Inferno Ghost Flame. Now Ghost Shield is no longer active. But that doesn't matter because we have enough block anyways. I think Soulburn belongs on the Elite, on the Raptormancer himself. Because it's too slow on the knives anyways, they kill themselves before that happens. Spray, that's very nice. Sound died. Ah, now the dynamic blow is gonna be Soul Burn instead. I messed that one up. Thought I could use the dynamic blow to kill another one, but that won't work. Let's see what happens. That will help. Okay. It's too hot to touch. What? What did we just play there? What did we just play there? Gifts from Beyond? Maybe it was trying to play Gifts from Beyond. That would kind of make sense. Uh, 35 damage incoming. Stoke the Fire is all we need, so we can play these other two cards. There we go. Out of 4, if you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. Combustive Fluid, Force Ignite the active Ghost Flame 3 times. Nice. I didn't expect Hexaghost to say that, yeah. Kunai, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a dex. Like that as well. Sounds still dead. Let's study Haunted Hand. Sure, let's Incinerate Crush. Let's actually stay here. Haunted Hand again. Nice. See what we get back. We can get back the Crush this time. Huh. I don't really want to play any of those though. Time Ripple. Unleash Spirits is gonna be a pretty big hit. A lot of these were made ethereal by the Haunted Hands. No other ethereal card though. Taking 5, fine. Ghostplay Wall is our defense this turn. There we go. I don't think we need more Ghost Lashes than we already have. Phantom Cloak. Gain 2 dex, loses strength. Doesn't really seem necessary. Okay. So this is gonna be the final boss for us. This run. The Entropic Brew from Act 1. Actually, let's actually Force Ignite. What happens if I Force Ignite the Inferno Ghost Flame 3 times? We did actually move 3 times as well. And we gain 3 intensity, which is very nice. That's not really what I was hoping for here. I want to save some of these cards. Seer probably. Ghost Flame Wall definitely. And I guess the Stoke the Fire. The others are fuel for my, what's the attack called again? Unleash Spirit. Chrono Boost. Do I want to play the Unleashed Spirits? I guess that's fine. We do want to get rid of the Ironclad's block, if at all possible. I'm gonna stay here. Play the Hexaghost so I don't lose it. I'm fine losing the strike. Yeah. Not so happy with losing the Ghost Lash though. Time Ripple. It's time for some Incineration. That didn't quite finish that enemy off. Nightmare Vision won't help in that. But we should have it now. That means we can kill his block on a Body Slam turn, which is actually quite good. That's actually really nice. Unleash Spirits. That's a powerhouse right now. That was some real damage we did there. $43 block. That doesn't stop me. Let's advance to the Inferno Ghost Flame and then unleash it. Didn't make it to Niao because I was stupid, but that was a fun run. We unlocked Ascension level 5 and we also got to the final unlock for the Hexaghost. Rod of Bolstering Flame. The first time you play a power card each combat, gain 6 block and 1 strength. So it's basically a pocket bolstering Ghost Flame. Nice. Not bad. Red Candle. Whenever an attack deals unblocked damage, apply 1 Soul Burn. Very different from the Blue Candle. That's not that good. But it's also not really bad. It's like a slightly worse Vajra. Something like that. 6-point Brand. Whenever you play 6 cards, deal 6 damage to a random enemy. Interesting. It's not in one turn. It's just every card and on average deals 1 damage to a random enemy. That's actually quite good. Decent amount of damage. It's not amazing, but it's solid, definitely.